This live presentation of Wayne Finger Lakes High School basketball on FingerLakes1.com is brought to you thanks to the support of Generations Bank, Bill Cram Chevrolet, Little John Orthodontic, Marshall Exteriors, It's a Wonderful Run 5K, Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant, Finger Lakes Partners Insurance, Brad Van Dusen Photography, Penny's Place Family Restaurant, Stever's Garage, The Omen Theater, Red's Place, Wilson Press, Connie's Diner, the Newark Pilots and Geneva Red Wings, the Downtown Deli, and FingerLakes1.com digital marketing.
Finger Lakes East Tuesday night basketball on FingerLakes1.com. You are looking live inside the Eagle Nest in Ontario, New York, home of the two-time defending Section 5A2 champion Wayne Eagles, where tonight they host the upstart Newark Reds, winners of 3 straight, just a half game back in the league standings. Big game tonight that could tip the balance of power in the Finger Lakes East. Good evening, everybody. I'm Jim Sinicropi, sitting alongside Tane Robinson. And Tane, you have called the last 2 sectional title games for these Wayne Eagles, and here they are in their senior campaign trying to make it a three-peat, and always a treat to watch these guys.
Oh, absolutely. This Wayne team has been filling the stat sheets in the Finger Lakes for the last couple of years, and I'm sure some of the rival coaches are looking forward to these boys graduating, because Billy Thompson, Logan Blankenberg, Nick Carmichael, those guys can fill it up night in and night out.
And it might not be that's as simple as these guys graduating, because we just saw an incredible JV game that went to double overtime, where the Eagles were led by Logan Blankenberg's younger brother, Mason Blankenberg, just a freshman who had a nice game. But double overtime delayed the start of our broadcast, but hey, we're about to enter prime time, 8 p.m., so we're glad you could be with us. We expect a really good game here. And, heading into this season, we expected Wayne to be the favorite in the Finger Lakes East, and it was going to be a matter of, who, if anybody was going to be able to step up and challenge them, or if everybody else was playing for second place. So tonight we find out perhaps if the Newark Reds are that team. They enter the game, as I mentioned, a half game back in the loss column. Wayne still undefeated in the Finger Lakes East. Newark with 1 loss to Waterloo. Geneva with 1 loss as well to Wayne. So, this is a big game tonight.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, and historically, the dominant team in not just the Finger Lakes East, but in all of Section 5, the Newark Reds, they had a losing campaign last season, but they've bounced back in a big way this year and have been really playing well. I think a little bit to the surprise of some of the spectators, the Finger Lakes East, said they've been playing really good basketball and have had some real nice wins already this season.
Yeah, last year maybe a bit of an aberration for the Reds. It was Henry Caparis' first year, his head coach taking over for Bob Havrilla, just a year removed from the Reds' trip to the sectional final that they lost to Minders, 2 years removed from their sectional championship in a game in the Blue Cross that they beat Pelmax.
Yep.
So it's been all Finger Lakes East so far. Recently in Class B. So this year Newark's in Class B1, Wayne again in A2. And last year Newark 7-14. They lost 68-36 to Wellsville as a 9 seed. Certainly not your typical Newark Red season, but they bounced back this year with some great wins. They raised some eyebrows when they won the tournament in Canandaigua, the tip-off tournament, beating Canandaigua and Victor in back-to-back games. Their 1 loss coming to Waterloo in Newark, which was a bit of a shock, but Waterloo really shot the lights out.
Yeah, that game, Newark played a lot of zone, and Waterloo just couldn't miss, shot the ball really well from the outside. So it'll be interesting to see tonight how Newark comes out and plays defensively against this Wayne team. Tough team to match up with, because, of course, if you go zone, they've got shooters in Blankenberg that has almost limitless range. I mean, you and I have seen him knock down big shots from, a step inside half court. And so sitting in a zone against Wayne can be challenging. But, of course, you go man-to-man, it's really difficult for anybody to match up with Big Nick Carmichael on the inside.
Yeah, Big Country becoming one of the best big men of all time in the Finger Lakes East, stepping out last game, hitting a couple of three-pointers.
Yeah,
so
expanding that range.
It's really tough to guard if he's going to start shooting threes. And as you mentioned, Logan Blankenberg, a great multi-sport athlete. And Billy Thompson, the point guard coach's son, also a tremendous athlete, going to play lacrosse at Lemoyne. So a Division II athlete after he graduates from Wayne.
Talented bunch of athletes, and one of the things that's always been fun about Thompson, you can tell he's a coach's son. He understands how to play the game. He's a smart, savvy point guard, looks to get other people involved offensively, but can certainly score when he has to. And so he's really been the general for all three of these, last real strong Wayne teams.
Yeah, really, when you look at the last two sectional championships for Wayne, the only piece missing was the fresh Prince of Ontario, Braden Zanelovich, who graduated, which is a big loss. He gave tremendous leadership, but he certainly just led the way for the big three of Wayne to have a tremendous senior campaign.
For sure. And, of course, last year as juniors, they experienced during the first part of the season when Braden was out with an injury, really, had to figure out how to play without him in the lineup, which I think probably has served this team well coming into this senior campaign.
That's true. A lot of people don't remember he was out for much of the regular season last year, a season in which they won the Finger Lakes East basically without him. And then he came back for the postseason run. But it's not just the big three of Carmichael, Thompson, and Blankenberg. Logan Helgado, a senior guard with some range. Jaden Burley brings some size at 6'3". Burley had a big 24-point game against Leadership earlier this year, a game that Wayne lost. So Wayne comes in at 7-2, 4-0 in the league. They also just got back from a holiday trip to Orlando, where they played some nationwide competition, defeating Bishop, Shinana, and then Palos Verde from California before losing to a team called Seneca from Kentucky. And so it's tough to gauge,
Sure.
But you assume that that's some really top-level talent.
Well, and a great decision by Coach Thompson with a strong team like this to go out and seek some high-level competition to try and prepare this team for another postseason run. They've gotten to that sectional title each of the last couple of years and then have fallen short in that next game. And one of the things we were talking a little bit about in pregame is that A2 division is just stacked this year. It's really going to be up for grabs as there's some fantastic teams in the A2 brackets.
Maybe we can take a look at those point standings right now. Again, I'm Jim Sinicropi, Tane Robinson to my left. We just getting on air a little late after the JV game went into double overtime, eventually won by the young Wayne Eagles. Jason Hunt producing tonight's broadcast, Jeremy Hunt on camera one, and there are those sectional A2 standings as of January 6th. And Wayne, a 4 seed right now. I know they'd like to be higher, but an unfamiliar name in there, North Star Christian.
North Star Christian, a small private school, but with some of the top players in all of Section 5. I think they played Lions earlier this year, didn't they?
Yeah, we did that game on Finger Lakes.
Yeah.
What a game. And then the night after that game in Geneva, Miles Brown became Section 5's all-time leading scorer. So pretty heady stuff. North Star has spoiled the season of many Wayne Finger Lakes teams over the past 2 years. 2 years ago, it was Gananda in the sectional final. Last year, it was Marcus Whitman in the sectional semifinal. And now they're going to be, I would love to see that matchup. I think that would be a great game. I think North Star struggles a little bit with teams with size, and so Wayne obviously has some size. But right straight down to Leadership beat Wayne earlier this year.
Absolutely.
They're a 7 seed in that. Wilson, a lot of talent there, and they have a great point guard. So A2 is always tough, but this year I think it's especially tough.
Absolutely. It'll be a tough road for this team to get to be 3-time champions, but they certainly have the players and the experience to do it.
And then Newark this year is Class B1, which there's been some flipping around, I guess, a little bit with sections. So the past couple of years, it's just been Class B. Now it's B1 and B2. So from the Finger Lakes East, Miners and Penn Yan in B2. The rest of the Finger Lakes East, besides Wayne, is in B1. And so you see Newark coming in as a 2 seed, and Geneva right behind them at a 4 seed. Waterloo's a contender at a 6 seed right now, having beaten Newark. Even Mid Lakes could pull an upset in the B1 playoffs, but Grease Odyssey, the team that ended Miners' season last year in the semis and went on to win the Class B sectional title, has a lot of guys back and a lot of good athletes. Class B1 going to be difficult as well, but I think much more winnable for the likes of Newark or Geneva.
Absolutely, yeah. Certainly not as many teams up at the top or the upper echelon of that division as we saw in the A2s.
And Geneva, traditionally an A2 school who had last won a sectional title. I think it was 2014 when they were in A2. So I really like the Geneva team this year. They're one of the few teams that you see that really, really concentrate on defense. And I think not only Newark tonight, but Geneva as well will be a contender for Wayne. They did lose to Wayne, but they were without Akeem Hudson, their big center, and Liam Ryan, their point guard.
And Geneva's well coached. They run nice offensive sets, and you know, Hudson's been there for a couple of years and has really developed into one of the stronger centers in the entire league.
So we have about 7 minutes on the pregame clock here. I kind of wish they started it a little shorter after tonight's game went into double overtime. Boy, was it pretty entertaining, but frustrating as we wanted to get on the air. And long ride home from Ontario to Seneca Falls for me. You live a little closer.
Well, Ontario to Bristol, so I got a little bit of a haul too, but yeah, maybe not as far as Seneca Falls. But yeah, they had the gym all heated up, the crowd was into it, and you know, the energy was really there for that JV game. It was high stakes and fun watching, you know, both varsity coaches really getting involved in the JV game.
Yeah. And, of course, the JV coach for Newark, Bob Havrilla, you know, he was into it. So
and always fun to watch Coach Havrilla coach because, you know, he's down in a defensive stance. He's slapping the floor. He's excited and into it. And, you know, coaches with a real level of intensity.
And speaking of intensity, legendary coach Ron Cervello for Newark on the bench this year. And it's great to see him. And he gets fired up just like he did, you know, 20 years ago.
Absolutely. During that JV game, he was jumping out of his seat. He was high-fiving players. And, you know, historically one of the best coaches in all of Section 5 history. I had the opportunity a number of years ago to attend a coaching clinic he put on. And, man, does he know his stuff. A terrific coach and leader.
And really everything about this Newark program comes from, you know, the precedents he set. Tough man-to-man defense, hard work, not a lot of focus on the individual, but more the team. And it's something that has won Newark their 5th all-time in Section 5 titles with 12. So, you know, what he's been doing has obviously worked. So
his 2nd overall in Section 5 for the most wins.
Yeah, to
Only
Lions.
the Lions.
Yep. So, I mean, that's why we love Wayne Finger Lakes basketball, boy. I tell you, it is really the class of the league. And speaking of the Wayne Finger Lakes, let's look around the league tonight. Only 2 other boys games. Minders at Avon. That game well underway. We'll try to get you some score updates. Rochester Academy at Dundee. On the girls' side, huge game in Wayne County for the girls. Lions at undefeated Marion, and that game has gone final already with Lions winning 53-48, so a big upset in Wayne County. The Lady Lions hand the Marion Lady Black Knights their first loss of the season. And the Wayne girls in Palmac tonight as opposed to in Newark, which usually they play opposite. And a full slate of girls games on the docket tonight. So Marshall's exteriors keys to the game, Tony. What does Newark have to do if they want to pull the upset? And then likewise, what does Wayne have to do if they want to stay unbeaten in the Finger Lakes East?
Well, I think for Newark, the keys to the game would be, can they stretch the floor and knock down the long ball? They've got some strong shooters in Mason Vandemortel, Jaden Peters that can really get hot from the outside. And I think being able to capitalize from the outside would really help keep them in the game. For Wayne, I just think it's going to be doing what they've done, you know, the last couple of years. And so playing good, smart basketball, making good decisions. I think sometimes there could be the temptation in front of, a big home crowd. The college kids are back in town usually for a game or two after the first week after the holiday break, and there could be the temptation to maybe play above yourself, be shooting shots that are not the smartest shots. And so I think that for Wayne, that's really the key to the game, is to play good fundamental Wayne basketball and take advantage of the things that they've done well the last couple of years.
Yeah, I agree. I think it'll be interesting to see how Devin Augusto, the 6'5 junior for Newark, performs. Coming off an ankle injury where he didn't play Friday, so he's back. He's ready to go, but he's got his sternest test of the season against Nick Carmichael tonight, so I think that'll play a role. And you're right, if Wayne does what they do, normally they're favorites in this ball game. So Newark's going to need some three-point shooting from the likes of Jaden Peters. Mason Vandermoortel's going to have a good game. So, like I say, the whole balance of power in the Finger Lakes East could get shifted tonight, or Wayne could get their grip a little tighter on that first place in the league standings. And there's a look at Jaden Peters right there. Great shooter. Certainly can knock down some long-range shots. And against that Wayne matchup 2-3 zone, they're going to have to shoot from outside, I think. So at about 2 minutes and 16 seconds here on the pregame clock, we're going to have a national anthem, which we're going to step aside for. When we come back, we should finally be ready for the tip of this one. Again, I'm Jim Sinicropi with Tane Robinson, Jeremy Hunt on camera tonight from FingerLakes1.com, and our producer tonight for tonight's broadcast is Jason Hunt. And we expect a real good one tonight, boy. Newark comes into the game with a couple of wins down in Elmira over the Christmas break at the Josh Palmer. They won their division down there, defeating Elmira and Mansfield. Then they went on the road to Penn Yan. Not an easy road trip. Matter of fact, I think they lost down there last year. But they come up with a win, and those three games are how they responded to that Waterloo loss at home. So I think they're kind of back on track. I know they're looking forward to that rematch against Waterloo on February 8th. It will be in Waterloo. It's a good chance Finger Lakes 1 will be there for that one. And then, as I mentioned, Wayne down in Orlando, where they went 2-3. And Coach Thompson wanted to take that trip as a reward for his seniors, for all the hard work they put in since youth basketball straight up through. And it was really great for this senior group to take that trip.
Oh, it must have been. Great team bonding opportunity and real neat opportunity for everyone to see and play some different players from out of the area. And I do think there is something to, when you got a really strong team, what you need to do is you got to go out and seek out real strong teams to play to make sure that you are ready for the postseason. And
that's something that both these teams and coaches traditionally do. They schedule tough. Wayne did come back on January 4th. What would it be? Last Friday night. They beat Mid-Lakes 75-46 here in the Eagles' Nest. So both teams just getting into the swing of things again after that disruption of the holiday break. And a big game coming up straight ahead. We're about ready for national anthem and then starting lineups. And then finally here at it's 8:10 p.m. Eastern. We still haven't tipped for this one, so going to be a late night
prime
in
time.
Ontario. So we are going to step aside here for about 60 seconds, and when we come back, we should be ready for starting lineups and the tip. You are watching Wayne Finger Lakes basketball on FingerLakes1.com.
The newest way to save money is also the easiest way to save money. With the new My Gen Perks mobile app from Generations Bank, you get access to thousands of local and national discounts on shopping, dining, travel, and so much more. The savings don't stop there. Generations Bank's Go Premium and Go Preferred checking accounts also include cell phone protection, roadside assistance, and 24/7 Tri-Bureau credit monitoring. Saving money is for everyone. Stop by any Generations office or visit mygenbank.com to open your account today. Member FDIC. Dr. Littlejohn, Dr. Barbie, and their outstanding orthodontic team share a common goal: to ensure the overall wellness of each of their patients through their exceptional orthodontic care. Dr. Rod Littlejohn and Dr. Liz Barbie are proud to support our area high school athletes. All roads lead to Bill Cram Chevrolet, Waterloo Thruway Exit 41, Highway 5 and 20 in Seneca Falls. Browse their full Cram-tastic new and used vehicle inventory online at billcramchevrolet.com.
Welcome back, everybody. Pretty raucous atmosphere here. The JV game got them stoked up. That went to double overtime before the young Wayne Eagles finally got the victory secured. And now the older, experienced, senior-laden Wayne Eagles get ready as we get ready for starting lineups for Newark. It'll be Mason Vandemortel, the 6'3 senior. Kyle Martinez, another senior at 5'11". Josh Green, a junior at 6'3", so you can see already some size here. Aiden Elliott, another senior, 6'2", and Jaden Peters, a 6'2" senior. Coming off the bench tonight, we'll probably see Devin Augusto early. He's 6'5", junior. Might see Nicholas Bernardi, might see Gavin Buck. So first thing I noticed when I saw Newark play for the first time this year at Minders was how big and athletic they are. And I think that's obviously going to serve them well in Class B and throughout the rest of their league schedule.
Yep, a lot of height in their starting lineup for sure, and on their bench tonight.
Yeah, and now the Wayne Eagles also have some size and athleticism. Nick Carmichael first announced, 6'5" center. He had 26 points on Friday night against Mid-Lakes. Billy Thompson, senior guard. Logan Helgado, another senior guard, had a season-high 12 points against Penn Yan earlier this season. Jaden Burley had his big game in a loss against Leadership, but at 6'3", and I tell you, that's he looks bigger than 6'3" to me. And then Logan Blankenberg rounds out the all-senior starting five for the Wayne Eagles. And Blankenberg does it all. The thing that impresses me about him is he can score. He had 44 points last year in a game against Greece Olympia, yet in several games this year he hasn't even broken double digits in points, but he's pulled down double-digit rebounds and assists. He's been all-around triple-doubles all season long, a 3 or 4 category guy. And one of the best players, all Greater Rochester last year.
Yeah, he's a terrific player. I've seen in the 2 years ago, we were calling that sectional championship game in Fairport, and we see him miss, a three-pointer, and he goes out and very next possession knocks down the biggest shot of the game to win that sectional championship. He is a heck of a player.
So it'll be Logan Blankenberg jumping against Mason Vandemortel, and finally ready for basketball here in Ontario, New York. Ball in the air and controlled by the Wayne Eagles. It's Billy Thompson with the basketball.
And I see Newark looks like they're opening up in a 2-3 zone defensively.
They have played some zone this year, something that may have been considered sacrilege in the past. And it's Logan Helgado knocking down a three-pointer to open up scoring. 3-0 early Wayne.
And that'll be one of the interesting things to see if they stay in that zone, if Wayne's able to knock down that long ball.
Now Jaden Peters, as Wayne really extending that 2-3 zone back to Kyle Martinez and skipping it over to Vandemortel. Peters lets a three ball go. Tie game.
Big answer by Peters.
If that's any indication of how tonight's game goes, we're in for a good one. Helgado now skips it to Blankenberg. Blankenberg lets a 3-ball fly. No
Deep
good.
three.
Carmichael can't corral it. Out of bounds. Back to the Reds. Finger Lakes Partners Insurance for your life, home, auto, and future with locations in Geneva, Victor, and Waterloo. Get a free quote online at fingerlakesinsurance.com. Just one of the many great sponsors that you'll hear from tonight that make our coverage of Wayne Finger Lakes basketball possible. As here comes Blankenberg the other way, up and over and out, and Peters pulls it down, and we got a foul on Logan Helgado.
Yeah, Blankenberg's not able to capitalize on the Wayne turnover there, and we're going the other way.
Interesting, too, there. Blankenberg hit a 3-on-1. I thought he might pass, but he shot right over the defender and normally would make that. So here comes Kyle Martinez sporting a man bun. Another Finger Lakes East point guard with a man bun would be Griffin Herron of Minders, as Peters misses his second three-point attempt of the evening, and it's pulled down by the Eagles. Now Thompson thought about it, gets it to Blankenberg. Back to Thompson. They play catch. Entry pass denied by Vandemortel. He goes out of bounds in front of the Newark bench. And from our location here in the corner of the Eagles' nest, just on the side of the Newark bench, we're going to get an earful from Coach Henry Caparis all night, I'm sure. He didn't like that call.
No, he did not.
Helgado for three, no. And Blankenberg tracks it down, gets it back to Helgado. Baseline to Burley. Now Thompson skips it. And good ball movement by the Eagles. Another three from Helgado. Mark it down.
Boy, and that's just a really great assist by Logan Blankenberg there, penetrating in the lane and finding the open Helgado.
One of the best passers in all of Section 5, and especially for his size. Really can set up his teammates well. Helgado for three again. He might have rushed that one, and we have a foul.
Helgado feeling it after knocking down his first two.
And looks like they picked up Nick Carmichael as we look at the pass from Blankenberg here to Helgado, who knocked it down. So foul on Carmichael, his first, and it's back to Newark. They trail by three as Martinez gets things started, dishing it over to Josh Green. Entry to Vandemortel, foul line jumper, no good. Rebound off to Billy Thompson. Blankenberg, top of the key, finds Carmichael. And one of the reasons Newark might be in this zone is because of Nick Carmichael.
Yeah, Carmichael is a load to handle individually.
Corner three from Thompson, no. Burley battles for it. Helgado battles for it. Great play. I believe that was Aiden Elliott with a diving save to throw it off the leg of Logan Helgado.
A terrific hustle play by Elliott.
Full house here in Wayne. Big gymnasium, bleachers on both sides of the court. The Wayne train, quiet so far tonight, but turning out in good numbers. Wayne train, of course, being the student section. As Josh Green with a little leaning right-handed floater.
Well, that was a nice little shot by Green. Good dribble penetration, little ball fake, and a good finish.
So the Reds pulled within one at 6-5 with 4:36 to go, first period. And baseline three from Helgado, no good. Burley can't get it back and gets the rebound off his own miss and is fouled by, it looks like it's going to be Josh Green.
Yeah.
Yep.
Burley a little frustrated with that one as he missed a chippy wide open layup, but he gets it back, draws the foul.
Referees for tonight's ball game, Ron Cooper and Steve Polo. And Burley shooting the free throw while he catches an earful for one of the Reds students to our left. Actually, you can see him right there on your screen here. And Burley misses both, but Carmichael puts it back up and in.
Big country with a big follow-up.
And so it's 8-5, 3-point lead, and they turn it over, get it up ahead to Helgado. He doesn't have numbers. Wisely pulls it out. and gets it to the floor general. Thompson plays catch with Blankenberg. And some of these Eagles still sporting a little tan, I think, from their trip down to Disney in Orlando. And Burley baseline jumper, no good. Thompson skies in for a rebound, and we got a foul called.
The athletic Bill Thompson way off the ground there.
Looks like they're going to get Peters with this one. And they're going to call it a shooting foul. So 2 team fouls on the Reds, 2 team fouls on the Eagles. And we have 3:56 remaining here in just the first period of play, even though we're almost nearing 8:30 p.m. tonight. And Thompson knocks it down. 9-5 Eagles. And Thompson knocks it both down.
A little bit of token pressure there from Thompson.
So now Peters passes it around as Devin Augusto up off the bench, getting set to check in for the first time tonight for the Reds. Elliott at the foul line. Back out to Martinez, throws it away. Actually, it was a little miscommunication between Martinez and Green, and now Green will take a seat. Augusto checks in, and the Reds get a little bit bigger with a 6'5 Augusto. Also very athletic. Again, coming off a ankle injury that kept him out of the game Friday night at Penn Yan.
It seemed like he was moving well in warm-ups, so.
And Carmichael blocked from behind by Elliott, wanted the foul call. A referee, up ahead. Vandermoor lays it up and in. I was going to say.
Nice transition play by the Reds there, quickly turning their defense into points on the other end.
So big play there on defense turns into 2 points to cut the deficit down to just 3. And Blankenberg now finds Burley on the block. And they swing it around. And with 17 seconds left to shoot, it's Thompson trying a 3 from the wing. No good. And Martinez looks to push. Bounce pass up ahead to Peters. Peters lets one fly. It's going to be short and pulled in by Blankenberg. Now he looks to run. Up ahead of the pack. Up against Aiden Elliott. Off the glass. Good in the foul.
Nice athletic finish by Blankenberg going up high off the glass. Chance for a 3-point play the old-fashioned way.
So that's Blankenberg's first foul, our first points of the game. And the foul goes to Aiden Elliott, his first. And Blankenberg misses a free throw. So 12-7. And quickly Vandermoor, but throws it away into the hands of Delgado, hands it off to Thompson. Thompson head up looking to push the issue. Foul line jumper, Carmichael, no good, and a foul on the ground on the Reds. As we get a look.
That is an area on the floor where Nick Carmichael has made hay plenty of times over the last couple of years. You get him right at the foul line, chance to knock down a free throw, from that free throw area. He's tough.
Yep. Coach Thompson has mentioned conditioning being something he wanted him to work at so he could log more minutes. They log it into him, and he misses from point-blank range, but Thompson with the rebound. And now a 3 ball from the corner way off, pulled in by Thompson. That last Newark foul went to Mason Vanderbortel, so it's his first. We have 4 Newark Reds with 1 foul. We're inside 2 minutes here, first period, 12-7 Eagles. And a backdoor alley-oop, a little too strong for Blankenberg. Gets his own rebound, can't put it up again. It's Carmichael, no foul. He can't believe it. And that alley-oop to Blankenberg, you usually see that at least once a game from the Eagles. Didn't work that time. The pass just a little too strong from Thompson.
And the Eagles have been getting good looks inside, but struggling to finish some of their layups tonight.
And almost another turnover, and we have a jump ball. Want a great meal while pinching a penny? Come to Penny's Place Restaurant in the Liberty Plaza between Seneca Falls and Waterloo. And for over 65 years, Wilson Press has been serving Central New York as a commercial printer with a full-service mail house. Get in touch with them online at wpress.com. And there's a corner three from Jaden Peters. His second of the game pulls the Reds to within 2, 12-10, 1:15 to go. Blankenberg pulls up, skips it. Helgado bounce pass to Burley on the block. The Eagles still haven't subbed yet. Blankenberg misses. Burley fouls. His miss no good. Tap no good. And the Eagles can't buy one in close tonight. Back to the Reds with a chance to tie or take the lead. Vandemortel, no. And here comes Billy Thompson between the legs. And wow, nice move. And hits.
Boy, great display of ball handling by Thompson there, and a nice jumper.
That was Gavin Buck into the game wearing 24 for the Reds that he kind of juked there. And now it's Peters getting the ball back. Also into the game, it's Nick Bernardi for the Reds. And there's Augusto with it. Out top, 10 to shoot, and we got a travel on the junior Gavin Buck. So 14-10. There's 14 seconds left. Shot clock off here in the first period. And the Eagles will try to take the last shot. Down to 7. Thompson with it. Back to Blankenberg with 3 seconds. Into Carmichael. Pump fake up and blocked by Vandemortel. Could have been a foul, but man, he's getting Carmichael getting bodied up pretty good down there, but no fouls.
No. Yeah, the officials so far letting the teams play physically inside.
So we'll be back with second quarter action
The
after
newest
this.
way to save money is also the easiest way to save money. With the new My Gen Perks mobile app from Generations Bank, you get access to thousands of local and national discounts on shopping, dining, travel, and so much more. The savings don't stop there. Generations Bank's Go Premium and Go Preferred checking accounts also include cell phone protection, roadside assistance, and 24/7 Tri-Bureau credit monitoring. Saving money is for everyone. Stop by any Generations office or visit mygenbank.com to open your account today. Member FDIC. Dr. Littlejohn, Dr. Barbie, and their outstanding orthodontic team share a common goal: to ensure the overall wellness of each of their patients through their exceptional orthodontic care. Dr. Rod Littlejohn and Dr. Liz Barbie are proud to support our area high school athletes. All roads lead to Bill Cram Chevrolet, Waterloo Thruway Exit 41, Highway 5 and 20 in Seneca Falls. Browse their full Cramtastic new and used vehicle inventory online at BillCramChevrolet.com.
And welcome back. Second quarter action underway. 14-10 your score. As the air ball, but the putback no good, and Vandemortel just picked up his second foul. And the Wayne Eagles have their first sub as well. Max Larocco into the game, the senior 6'1" forward. So all seniors here so far tonight for the Eagles. And now Blankenberg, who scored 2 points in the first quarter, gets things opened up here.
Missed his first free throw of the game, but was good on that one.
At halftime, we're going to have Chrissy Natali from Marshall's Exteriors stop by. Marshall Exteriors, one of our great sponsors this season. Again, can't say enough about how important the sponsors are to everything we do here at FingerLakes1.com and our coverage of Wayne Finger Lakes High School basketball.
Boy, some great high-low passing there. Devin Augusto to
Nicholas Bernardi.
Bernardi.
So both teams now on the board. In the second quarter, the lead still 4 for the Eagles. Oh, I thought Blankenberg might let that one go. Instead, he finds Burley. Touch pass to Larocco. Banks it in. Beautiful interior passing by the Eagles.
Boy, nice job of getting some movement on the interior of that zone.
And now it's Augusto spinning, and he's fouled. Couldn't tell if they got Blankenberg or Larocco with that one. Let's see till they post it on the And they did get Blankenberg, so that's his first. So with 6:54 to go, it's a 6-point Eagles lead. Reds inbounding underneath their own basket. And Gavin Buck tries a three-pointer, but no good. Hauled in by Larocco, gets it to Blankenberg, pushes it up ahead to Helgado. Helgado drives, and it is blocked.
It's a real nice move in transition by Helgado, but quick recovery by Peters with the block.
And so now it'll be the Eagles inbounding underneath their own basket. And they get it up and in, and now Blankenberg in the corner gets it back out to Thompson.
Newark staying in that 2-3 zone defensively.
It's weird to see them play a zone.
Oh, nothing but man-to-man for years.
Yep. And now it is Larocco back out to Blankenberg. Drives. The extra pass to Helgado. He drives. He leaves it for Blankenberg, and he throws it over the front of the rim.
Well, I can't say enough about the ball movement on that possession by the Wayne Eagles. Really good job of finding a high percentage shot.
And now the skip pass to Peters. Tried to get it into the cutting Bernardi, but the backboard got in the way. Turnover, Reds, and now they're down 8 with 6:07 to go in the half. Blankenberg to Thompson. Back out to Blankenberg. Carmichael spotting up. Thompson, Helgado, Larocco, Blankenberg, three-pointer, no good. Helgado pulls down the rebound.
We've seen a lot of second chance opportunities for this Eagles team tonight.
And with a fresh shot clock, they get to work. Carmichael from the free throw line, too strong. And pulled in by Augusto, and he leaves it off for Kyle Martinez. Kevin Buck thought about another three. Skips it to Augusto, who falls, and they're going to get him for the travel.
Augusto, coming off that ankle injury, seems to be moving well tonight. No ill effects seem to be noticed, but yeah, got going a little bit too fast for himself, stumbled and fell, lost the ball there.
Big Country gets to work. Muscles his way in, and again, no call. I think that was a good no call. And now Buck. Martinez, floater, good.
Nice shot by Kyle Martinez. Some good touch.
Martinez, the 5th Red to score so far tonight. Pulls them back to within 6.
A little bit of a different look now as the Reds have gone to a 1-3-1 defensive zone.
And it causes some confusion, and Logan Blankenberg throws it into the hands of the Wayne train. Wayne train usually comes equipped with signs. I don't see any signs tonight.
No, usually they got the big locomotive going.
A lot of stuff going on. One of the best.
Kept it in the garage tonight, I guess.
One of the best student sections in all the Wayne Finger Lakes. As we get a look at Mark Blankenberg, he would be there with his hand on his chin there. The athletic director at Red Creek, father of Logan Blankenberg, mentioned Logan Blankenberg going to graduate this year. Next year it'll be his younger brother Mason Vandenberg, who will be a sophomore next year, presumably will play varsity. Extremely good player. And then it doesn't end. Also have a younger Blankenberg, Cameron Blankenberg, who's making his way up through the ranks. I believe he's in middle school or maybe 5th or 6th grade right now. So,
well, they're certainly going to need to do some reloading at Wayne after this senior class graduates.
It'll be a big difference. And, of course, they'll be in A2 again next year, even though they might not have the firepower to compete that they've had the past 2 or 3 years. First sectional title in school history coming in 2016 when they defeated Wilson. It was Wilson, right?
Yep,
in Fairport. And a highly entertaining game. You can actually see that, our coverage of that game on YouTube. If you want to go back and watch it sometime. As Josh Green takes it right to Carmichael.
Strong move by Green inside.
And the lead just 4 for the homestanding Eagles. Blankenberg, Thompson playing catch. And straight to the hole, left-handed finish by Billy Thompson. He now has 6 points.
Boy, great penetration by Thompson, and boy, can he elevate. When he jumps, he really gets off the ground.
Martinez to Josh Green. Augusto with it. Peters to Green. Back to Peters. Here comes a 3-ball, top of the key, just off, and Blankenberg skies for the rebound, and it'll be Wayne basketball. The Downtown Deli in Seneca Falls, where a half is like a whole. Check out their menu online at sfdowntowndeli.com. And if you order a half, you're going to think you got a whole. If you order a whole, you're going to think you got 2 sandwiches. I do eat there frequently, so take my word for it, Tani.
It sounds like someplace I might have to head.
Great soups as well at the deli. As Billy Thompson is going to take a seat, it looks like. Father-son combo there, or what are they doing with Thompson over there? Maybe a little bloody nose? Looks like he's getting some attention.
Yeah, because I haven't seen anybody signal for a timeout, and so maybe it was...
I noticed Braden Nowak, another senior guard, now out on the court. But it looks like Thompson's going to stay in. Yep. There's father-son combo. It's always interesting to see. I think that those two really make it work. I can see how sometimes, having – actually, I coach my daughter, and, sometimes I'm sure she wishes that maybe her dad wasn't.
Well, and I think sometimes one of the things you have to do, right, is that after a game – sometimes you just need to be a dad and a son and not always break it down, but that can be great to do too. Coach Thompson expanding his varsity coach repertoire this year, coached the Finger Lakes girls tennis team for the Wayne Eagles.
And you would know because you coached the Pale Mac girls,
co-champions
right?
with Pale Mac.
Well, congratulations to you both.
But Coach Thompson, a great leader and good coach. It was the first Wayne girls tennis championship in quite a long time in his first season.
So is he a tennis player, or?
I don't think so. He's been doing modified for a while and just, a solid coach and good leader and really got the most out of his athletes on that tennis team this year.
Well, you learn something new every day. I did not know that about Coach Thompson. I know he likes to play golf. As Nowak with the basketball. And Blankenberg to Helgado. Layup good.
Nice quick passing by Blankenberg to Helgado.
8 points for Logan Helgado. Leads all scorers early here. As that lead back up to 8. Matches the biggest lead of the night for the Wayne Eagles as Josh Green turns it over with too many steps.
Yep, Josh Green just leaning and lunged a little too far.
And it looks like we have a timeout on the court, a 30-second timeout. Can tell you about Brad Van Dusen Photography, who offers family, senior, and wedding portraits, as well as specializing in photos of area student athletes. Book your appointment at bradvandusenphotography.com. And he gets all over the Wayne Finger Lakes. In fact, last night he was in Bloomfield, where he posted an incredible gallery of photos of their basketball team, JV and varsity, to Facebook. You can order prints. You can schedule photo shoots, bradvandusenphotography.com. And again, if you're looking for a wedding photographer, you can do no better than Brad Van Dusen. So 24-16, and Tani, not totally the game that we expected. Carmichael just with 2 points. Helgado again, the leading scorer for the Eagles, until Blankenberg hits that 3. Now he's a leading scorer with 9.
Yeah, relatively low scoring first half thus far. Well, we said we've seen Wayne miss a lot of chippies inside. And
7 of those in the second quarter is Thompson ahead of the pack, up against Green. Can't get it to go. Helgado with a foul, though.
Yeah, Green might have gotten a piece of that one, but a nice job by Helgado with the follow-up.
And Helgado's the leading scorer now. So, boy, we got some back-and-forth action as to the Wayne Eagles leading scorer here so far in the second quarter. Peters pump fakes, picks up his dribble, and double dribbles. Man.
Just forgot, and he knows it.
He knew it as soon as he let it go. So biggest lead of the night for the Eagles at 13, 29-16, as Aiden Elliott takes a seat for the Reds. So the Reds have Augusto, Bernardi, Peters, Martinez, and Green, and Carmichael with a pump fake.
Boy, nice diagonal pass there from Thompson to Carmichael.
And now it's 15 points. And the Reds can desperately need a bucket. Instead, they turn it over again. It's a Helgado to Blankenberg. 1:42 to go in the half. Stay with us for the Bill Cram Chevrolet halftime show. And now with 16 to shoot, Blankenberg swings it to Thompson, and now they reverse it to Helgado. Back to the block to Carmichael. Baseline jumper, no good. And another offensive rebound for the Eagles. This time it's Nowak. And now again to Carmichael.
And they're going to hit Carmichael with the walk.
And so with the Eagles up 15, the Reds really could use a bucket here before the halftime break. 1:05 to go. And Bernardi fouled in the corner.
Yeah, a little bit of an offensive drought for the Reds team, here in the last couple minutes.
And it's Braden Nowak with his first foul. So no real foul trouble for anyone. Mason Vandemortel with 2 for the Reds. No other player in this ball game has more than 1 foul. And Kyle Martinez with a fresh shot clock gets it over to Peters. 1 dribble entry to the elbow. It's Augusto, guarded by Carmichael. Back to Martinez. Back to Augusto. And Peters penetrates into that zone. Lets one fly. Can't get it to go. And another rebound by the just conveniently.
Bounced in the right place to avoid all the cameras and equipment, thankfully.
That was close. And here come the Reds. Now with about a 2-second differential between the shot and the game clock, Josh Green holds the basketball to Kyle Martinez. Martinez, left-handed dribble, spins. Bounce pass to Green with 14 to shoot. Peters corner 3, no good. Augusto up big for the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Boy, good rebound, and the Reds needed to put that ball in the basket.
First bucket of the game for Augusto with 3 seconds. Blankenberg lets fly. Green pulls down the rebound, and that'll do it for the first half of play, where your score after 16 minutes of action, the Wayne Eagles 31, the Newark Reds 18. We'll be back with the Bill Cram Chevrolet halftime report. You're watching Wayne Finger Lakes High School.
Check out Generations Go Premium and Go Preferred checking accounts with MyGen Perks. Visit mygenbank.com to open your account today. Little John Orthodontics are proud to support our area high school athletes. Visit them online at littlejohnortho.com.
This live presentation of Wayne Finger Lakes High School basketball on fingerlakes1.com is made possible thanks to the support from Marshall Exteriors. Are you looking for a contractor to give you a new roof, siding, windows, or other exterior home project? Marshall Exteriors is your one-stop source for all of your home's exterior needs. Check out their website at marshallsexteriorsny.com, but don't forget they finish basements too. While you're talking with them, ask about their new Everlast Garage. This thing is amazing. It's a Wonderful Run 5K. It's a winter run like no other through the streets of Seneca Falls, the town that inspired Frank Capra's holiday classic, It's a Wonderful Life. Learn more and register at itsawonderfulrun5k.com. Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant, celebrating 22 years in the Finger Lakes with locations at 22 Main Street in Waterloo, 40 Exchange Street in Geneva, and Del Lago Resort and Casino. Dine in, take out, delivery, catering, and banquets. Order online at cicinos.com. Live, laugh, and eat well. It's the Italian way. Brad Van Dusen Photography is a full-service photographer serving the Finger Lakes region, offering family, senior, and wedding portraits, also specializing in sports photos, collages, banners, and other keepsakes for your student-athlete. For more information, find Brad on Facebook or visit bradvandusenphotography.com or visit bvdsports.com. Penny's Place Family Restaurant, located on 5 and 20 in the Liberty Plaza between Seneca Falls and Waterloo. Well known for their large portions and home-cooked meals, a large selection of breakfast items, and everything from burgers, salads, and wraps for lunch. If you want a great meal while pinching a penny, come to Penny's Place. Jimmer's Auto offers a full inventory of late model cars, trucks, and minivans. Check out their full inventory online at jimmersauto.com. And for service, visit Stever's Garage on Fall Street in Seneca Falls. Jimmer's Auto and Stever's Garage, strong supporters of local high school athletes for over 40 years. The Omen Theater in Lyons, the most modern theater in the Finger Lakes, is also the oldest theater in the U.S. See what's playing at omentheater.com. Red's Place in downtown Seneca Falls, locally owned for 42 years and serving great lunches Monday through Friday from 11:30 to 2 p.m. Wednesday night is wing night with 60-cent wings in 10 different varieties. For over 65 years, the Wilson Press and Mail House has been serving Central New York as commercial printers with a full-service mail house specializing in offset and digital printing, graphic design services, full mail house services, marketing and advertising plans, and fundraising programs. Call them today at 315-568-9693 or visit them online at wpress.com. Connie's Diner on Main Street in Waterloo has the ambiance you will only find in a true diner. Let the Cardozola family serve your next breakfast, lunch, or dinner from their vast menu of time-tested favorites and original recipes. Visit them online at connieswaterloo.com. The Newark Pilots and Geneva Red Wings of the Perfect Game Collegiate Baseball League. Your major league connection with 7 players drafted last season. The Downtown Deli in Seneca Falls, where half is like a whole. Giant deli sandwiches, subs, daily lunch specials, and homemade soups, chili, and mac and cheese that will warm up even the coldest winter day. Also, try their famous paninis or star sandwiches. Check them out online at sfdowntowndeli.com.
It's Big Truckin' Deals here at Bill Cram Chevrolet. Check out this cram-tastic inventory for big truckin' deals. Whatever truck you're looking for, we've got the inventory. Trucks for towing, trucks for family, trucks for work, and trucks for fun. Whatever you're into, we've got a big truckin' deal waiting for you. All roads lead to Bill Cram Chevrolet, Waterloo Exit 41, Highway 5 and 20 in Seneca Falls. See all our truckin' deals at BillCramChevrolet.com.
And welcome back inside Wayne High School, Ontario, New York, where your halftime score, the Wayne Eagles 31, the Newark Reds 18. It's the Bill Cram Chevrolet halftime report. And as you get a look out on the court, you'll see the Greater Rochester Area Basketball Youth Program, coached by Logan Blankenberg's father, Mark Blankenberg, putting on a little halftime exhibition. Here in the broadcast booth, I'm joined by Chrissy Natali, great big Newark fan.
We really are, yeah, thanks.
A wife of Anthony Natali, CEO of Marshall Exteriors. Chrissy, the director of marketing, and Marshall Exteriors coming on this year as a sponsor. First of all, I want to personally thank you. We do a lot, and we can't do any of it without our sponsorship. So we're really excited when Marshall Exteriors came on board. It's a top quality company, becoming really well known here in the Finger Lakes.
I try.
Yeah, well, that's your job, right? Marketing.
It is my job.
So first of all, Marshall Exteriors, wide variety of home improvement, like any type of home improvement project that you need done within anywhere in the Finger Lakes, Marshall is the answer.
We do cover the whole Finger Lakes, and it's really the exterior of the home from the basement to the roof. We can take care of any project that you have.
So the name exterior doesn't mean that you won't go inside and get some work done inside. I know you specialize in basement. Some of the before and after pictures of some of the basement work you've done has been amazing. A lot of people think a basement it can be the nicest room in your house.
It really can, and people are expanding the space that they have to use with basements.
Now, it got really windy in the Finger Lakes yesterday, so I can see a lot of homes with some wind damage, maybe some shingles, missing some shingles.
Yep.
Is that something you guys can help with?
It is, and we can help quickly. We can get our estimators out there this week, next week, and then start getting the projects fixed and roofs taken care of so they protect the inside of your home.
So while a lot of times people have to wait months for the service, you guys are equipped to be able to get that work done sooner?
We are. We really want to make sure that homeowners get what they need, and we'll work really hard to do that.
And you guys just moved into a beautiful new office in Newark, revitalizing a former property. I got to visit a couple weeks ago, and it's really impressive.
Thank you. We're going to be right on East Union Street in Newark, and we'll be open in just a couple of months, and we would really like for anybody to come visit us.
Beautiful showroom.
Yep.
I mean, it's very impressive, everything you guys have done. And so, how can someone get in touch with you?
Very easy. Give us a call, 331-6462, or they can just go online, marshallexteriorsny.com.
And encourage you to do it. Great company. And, of course, as I mentioned, we can't do anything we do. We get so much positive response from so many people about our coverage, whether it's grandparents getting to watch their grandkids from the comfort of their own home, just general basketball fans being able to cover the great basketball in the Wayne Finger Lakes. But it would be impossible for us to do the 28 regular season games, the dozen or so more postseason games without great sponsors. And so we're really excited to have sponsors like Bill Cram Chevrolet and Marshall Exteriors, two really well-known names here in the Finger Lakes. So, Chrissy, I really thank you for the sponsorship and for taking the time to stop by. And maybe we'll talk to you again when we're in Newark.
Yeah, thank you very much.
It won't be long. I think we're in Newark on Friday, January 18th for that Minders Newark game. So
that's going to be a good game.
Yeah, well, hopefully this one will turn into a good game. What do you think? You think the Reds got to come back in them?
I think they do.
Yeah.
It's a good group of kids.
Well, we'll find out in about 60 seconds. We're going to step aside. When we come back, second half action live from Ontario, New York.
The newest way to save money is also the easiest way to save money. With the new My Gen Perks mobile app from Generations Bank, you get access to thousands of local and national discounts on shopping, dining, travel, and so much more. The savings don't stop there. Generations Bank's Go Premium and Go Preferred checking accounts also include cell phone protection, roadside assistance, and 24/7 Tri-Bureau credit monitoring. Saving money is for everyone. Stop by any Generations office or visit mygenbank.com to open your account today. Member FDIC. Dr. Littlejohn, Dr. Barbie, and their outstanding orthodontic team share a common goal: to ensure the overall wellness of each of their patients through their exceptional orthodontic care. Dr. Rod Littlejohn and Dr. Liz Barbie are proud to support our area high school athletes. All roads lead to Bill Cram Chevrolet, Waterloo Thruway Exit 41, Highway 5 and 20 in Seneca Falls. Browse their full Cramtastic new and used vehicle inventory online at BillCramChevrolet.com.
And welcome back. Second half action just underway as Vandermortel misses the runner. Aiden Elliott with a rebound. He's fouled by, could be Carmichael. If so, that would be his second. It is Nick Carmichael. Before we came back, Billy Thompson got a steal. Missed the run out, but it was Logan Helgado right there to put it back in for his 12th point of the game. And now it's Reds down 15, biggest deficit of the game. Peters misses, rebounded by Elliott. Scramble on the floor, Big Country's down. 3-ball from Vandermortel, no good. And Jaden Burley with a rebound.
Boy, and Vandermortel and Peters hit some threes early on, but they've been cold in the second quarter, and that's been the difference here as the Reds have struggled offensively.
And a turnover into the hands of the Reds. It's Kyle Martinez. Starting lineups for both teams right now. Back on the court is Vandermortel. Gets it to Peters. Peters to Martinez to Josh Green. Vandemortel spins up against Big Country, and let's see who they give it to. They give it to Blankenberg, so now Blankenberg with his second. I'm sure they'd rather give, Coach Thompson would rather that go to Blankenberg than have Carmichael pick up his third.
And Vandemortel drew 2 there as both Blankenberg and Carmichael collapsed on him. Did a good job to draw the foul.
So really, Tani, as we didn't get a chance to talk about the first half yet, free throw by Vandemortel up and in. Just 18 first half points for the Reds. Really the difference. It's not their defense. They just can't score against this Wayne 2-3 zone.
Yeah, defensively, the Newark zone has been relatively effective. They played some 2-3, they played some 1-3-1. They've created some turnovers, and they really haven't let this Wayne team explode, but they've really been struggling to get the ball in the basket on the offensive end.
Carmichael baseline jumper. He's been cold as well. And now Helgado top of the key. He has not been cold. Logan Helgado, his third three-pointer of the game, 15 points for the senior.
Helgado on his way to a career night.
Peters for 3. Good to the foul!
Oh, my goodness.
Well, that's just what the Reds needed here to cut into this, what is now a 13-point lead after that 3. Free throw will make it 12. Let me run through the first half scoring real quick. For the Eagles, it was Logan Helgado with 10. He now has 15. Blankenberg with 9. Thompson with 6. Nick Carmichael with 4. Max Larocco with 2. Is Peters completes the 4-point play. And when you're down by 16, boy, you can use those 4-point plays.
Absolutely. They don't come that often, but a big play for the Reds.
Lead down to 12. Now Thompson to Blankenberg. Long 3. No good. Battle for the rebound. Out of bounds. Newark Reds basketball. For the Reds in the first quarter, it was Jaden Peters with 6. He now has 10 after that 4-point play. Josh Green with 4. And then Kyle Martinez, Mason Vandemortel, Devin Augusto, and Nick Bernardi with 2 apiece. Trying to get that lead back down into single digits. Vandemortel lets fly. Almost another.
He was fouled.
4-point play attempt. I don't know if that will be 3 shots or 2.
It looked to me like he was behind the arc, but we'll hear.
Referee Steve Polo makes the call.
Yep, Vandemortel will be shooting 3.
And he knocks down the first. Second, and it is 3. So Vandemortel now 3 for 4 from the line this period. 11-point lead for the Eagles. And he gets this one to rattle around and drop. So the lead back down to 10. Let's see if the Reds can get a stop here with 5:46 to go in the third. Jim Sinicropi, Tane Robinson, Finger Lakes 1, sitting along the baseline at the Eagles' Nest here for this Finger Lakes East battle. Jeremy Hunt providing the great images you're seeing as Carmichael misses again. And our producer for tonight's broadcast, Jason Hunt. And here come the Reds on a bit of a run here. On a 6-0 run, trying to add on. It's Josh Green straight to the basket.
Boy, a great move by Green in traffic there to bring the Reds to within 8.
And Coach Thompson has seen enough. So, didn't look like a great start to the half with Billy Thompson getting the steal off the initial possession for the Reds, and then Helgado laying it in, then Helgado making another 3. But since then, a 8-0 run for Newark to get this lead back into single digits. They are only down 8.
And in the first half, when we saw Wayne sort of open up their lead, it came as a result of some great interior passing and good ball movement. And what we've seen this Wayne Eagles team do so far in the first couple minutes of this half, Jim, has been quick shots and a little bit rushed and not high percentage shots. And I'm sure that's what Coach Thompson's going to be talking about is like, hey, we need to move the ball. We got to make the zone move, find the open spots, and take high percentage shots.
And Nick Carmichael just not finding the shooting touch tonight. Giving him the shots that he normally gets, just not getting him to go down. And so far, the Reds have been unable to capitalize on that, but starting to finally get some rhythm going.
Yeah, last year, Nick Carmichael during the sectional final at that foul line area was just automatic. He'd catch the ball and was just knocking it down and really struggling from all over the court so far tonight.
Commanding a lot of attention when he does get the ball down low on the block. 2 or 3 Reds collapsing on him. Here comes Blankenberg into the corner for Helgado. Another 3-ball for Logan Helgado, number 4. And he has 18 points, already eclipsing his season high here with 4:50 to go in the third period.
Well, Helgado really doing everything for the Wayne Eagles tonight.
Killing the Reds. And Vandemortel up against Carmichael off the glass. Good in the foul.
Boy, and the Reds need it. We talked about our keys to the game in the beginning about Mason Vandemortel and Jaden Peters needing to lead the way for the Reds. Vandemortel a little bit quiet in the first half, starting to heat up a little bit here in the second.
And 3 fouls on Nick Carmichael as Vandemortel back to the free throw line. And in and out, can't complete the three-point play. And the lead now 9 for the Eagles. Helgado thought about another 3. I'd say keep shooting them, Logan. Braden Nowak into the game, swings it over to Thompson. Back to Nowak. Into Carmichael, turns, shoots, can't get it to go.
The ball was halfway down and then out.
Up ahead, it's Vandemortel. Over to Peters. Peters loses it, gets it back, double team, dribbles again. Josh Green in the corner, back to Peters. Martinez, top of the key, 3-ball, in and out. And flying in for the rebounds, Aiden Elliott, and it's out of bounds back to Wayne.
Martinez with a pretty good look there from the top of the key, almost went down. And I tell you, this Newark Reds team, they got a student section that travels actually pretty well as their crowd is getting back into the game here a little bit.
Yep, just to our left and behind us. I also see Devin Veter sitting behind us, and Kevin Sharp, one of our favorite color commentators here on Finger Lakes 1. So here comes Wayne up 9 with 3:49 to go. There's Carmichael trying another one from the baseline and another miss, but Blankenberg keeps it alive and tracks it down. Another possession for the Eagles. And a lot of second chances for the Eagles tonight. Blankenberg into the corner to Nowak. Nowak one dribble to Helgado. To Thompson in the corner. Now Thompson splits a double team and gets it to Big Country. Spins on the block, up and misses again. And the rebound ripped away by Aiden Elliott. They're going to get a jump ball.
Well, the Newark crowd doesn't like it, and it was a pretty quick jump ball.
Yeah, I thought that Elliott had ripped it. I see, it used to be a jump ball was, 3 seconds? It had to be tied up.
It was real fast.
They call them a lot sooner nowadays than 3 seconds. And so another chance for the Reds. Helgado from deep. Can't get it to go.
Good rebound by Vandemortel, and the Reds are going the other way.
Martinez looks to push. Now he pulls it back out wisely and gets it to Mason Vandemortel. Guarded closely by Thompson. Back to Martinez. And to the foul line to Aiden Elliott. Dumps it down low to Josh Green, who lays it up and in. 7-point lead. It's the closest the Reds have been since the second quarter, early second quarter. 39-32. And Blankenberg straight to the bucket. And he's fouled and converts. Great body control by Logan Blankenberg. And that's his first points of the second half.
And a timely shot by Blankenberg there. Team starting to struggle a little bit on the offensive end. I'm going to go to the basket and score, draw the foul, stretch the lead back up to double digits if he's able to knock down his free throw.
It's like, a lot of teams in the Wayne Finger Lakes that we cover that have, one superior player. I mean, that's their offense. They just give it to him and let him take it. And I feel like Blankenberg could do a lot of that. He misses a free throw there, but generally doesn't have to.
No, he certainly looks to get his teammates involved. And, tonight I've seen lots of times where he's passed first, even when he's had opportunities at open looks.
Now he has it in the corner. He takes that open look. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Green. Green to Martinez. Martinez sets, finds Peters. Baseline, Aiden Elliott. And he is fouled. And Tane Robinson with a save. So, hey, the Reds will take free throws at this point. With 2:04, they trail by 9. Head to the free throw line with a clock stop. Chance to get into this lead. And at one point, they trailed by 16. Looked like they were done. And Mason Vandemortel kind of took things into his own hands, got to the free throw line.
Well, and if the scoreboard's correct, they've got Carmichael with 4 fouls.
Oh, they did give that one to Carmichael. He checks out.
So Carmichael's going to head to the bench, and that might be a developing story here for the Wayne Eagles for sure.
We won't see him until probably mid-fourth quarter. Certainly should make things a little bit easier on the Reds, although Carmichael offensively not been much of a factor tonight, and Aiden Elliott misses both free throws, couple of big misses down 9. And now Blankenberg brings the ball across midcourt with Big Country Nick Carmichael on the bench. And Blankenberg, bounce pass into the corner. Back to Blankenberg, and it's Thompson trying a 3. Short. Blankenberg up for the rebound, but it's tapped away and out of bounds. We have a foul. Looks like the foul's going to be on Jaden Burley. Just the first on Burley.
Newark just hanging around, drawing a lot of fouls this quarter, slowly creeping their way back into it. Certainly hasn't let this Wayne team expand their lead at all, and defensively has been solid throughout.
So back to the free throw line is Aiden Elliott. That's the 7th foul on the Eagles this quarter. So just 1 foul on the Reds. So things really starting to turn towards Newark here with Carmichael with 4 fouls and Aiden Elliott back on the free throw line. But he misses for the 3rd straight time. And back to Wayne with a chance to get that lead back into double digits. It's Thompson and Blankenberg. Gavin Buck also into the game for the Reds at the top of that zone. It's been zone defense all game for the Reds. It's
both teams.
Just not something you're accustomed to seeing from a Newark basketball team. And here comes Blankenberg into the lane, and they're going to get him for stops.
Yep, he traveled. Yeah, Newark's been playing mainly 2-3, but shifting occasionally into a 1-3-1. And Wayne's been settling for a lot of long distance shots, and they haven't been making them. And so that's led to Newark slowly eking their way back into things here.
So Newark could use a basket. Instead, another turnover between the legs of Vandemortel. Burley takes it coast to coast. Nice Euro step, lays it up and in. Kind of shimmied in and out of between the Newark Red defenders, and that's his first points of the game, and gets that lead back up to 11 now with 46 seconds left to go. Augusto into Vandemortel with the right-handed hook. Big 3rd quarter for Mason Vandemortel.
Vandemortel, a little baby hook in the lane.
He had just 2 points in the first half, but he is erupted for 8 in the 3rd. And now the lead back under 10. It's 9, and Wayne will be content to hold for 1 here with 20 seconds to go. Shot clock off. It's Billy Thompson with the basketball in front of his own bench, playing catch with Logan Blankenberg. Game clock down to 8. Blankenberg gets to work, drives the lane, kicks it back out. Thompson tries another 3. Well short, went to get his own rebound. 1 second, and that'll do it for the 3rd period. So with 8 minutes left to go in this one, Newark hanging around. It's Wayne 43, Newark 34. 4th quarter action coming up next You're watching Finger Lakes East basketball on FingerLakes1.com.
The newest way to save money is also the easiest way to save money. With the new My Gen Perks mobile app from Generations Bank, you get access to thousands of local and national discounts on shopping, dining, travel, and so much more. The savings don't stop there. Generations Bank's Go Premium and Go Preferred checking accounts also include cell phone protection, roadside assistance, and 24/7 Tri-Bureau credit monitoring. Saving money is for everyone. Stop by any Generations office or visit mygenbank.com to open your account today. Member FDIC. Dr. Littlejohn, Dr. Barbie, and their outstanding orthodontic team share a common goal: to ensure the overall wellness of each of their patients through their exceptional orthodontic care. Dr. Rob Littlejohn and Dr. Liz Barbie are proud to support our area high school athletes. All roads lead to Bill Cram Chevrolet, Waterloo Thruway Exit 41, Highway 5 and 20 in Seneca Falls. Browse their full Cram-tastic new and used vehicle inventory online at BillCramChevrolet.com.
Beat up on.
And welcome back here. Fourth quarter action about to get underway. A couple scores from around the Wayne Finger Lakes. The Minders boys lose to Avon 58-45 despite 20 points and 11 rebounds from Darren Miller. And the Geneva Panthers win as Vandemortel up, missing the shot. Here comes Wayne the other way with a 9-point lead. Blankenberg, Burley sets, fires from three, no good, but right there to put it back up and out is Blankenberg. And the second attempt by Blankenberg can't go, and there's a lid on the basket, really, for both teams.
Yeah, lots of second chance and even third chance opportunities for the Wayne Eagles team tonight. Newark struggling a little bit with controlling the defensive rebounds out of that zone defense, but Wayne struggled to capitalize on their putbacks.
And Blankenberg with the free throw. I mentioned Geneva taking on Virtus tonight. They win 57-37 behind a balanced attack that was led by Reed Patchett, who finished with 11. Geneva now 7-4 on the season, and still just one loss in the East here, so they're either going to be tied for first, in the loss column, if Newark wins this game tonight, and if Wayne wins, they will actually move ahead of Newark in the league standings. And Peters knocks down a big three-pointer. He now has 13, and the lead down to 8 with 7:07 to go.
Nick Carmichael, like we mentioned, has picked up his fourth foul.
Wow, great find by Logan Blankenberg to locate Jaden Burley wide open on the block. And now, Vandemortel with a spin finds Peters again for three. Mark it down!
Boy, Jaden Peters barely even touched the net on that one. What a great-looking stroke he's got when he's on.
5 3-pointers on the evening for Jaden Peters. 16 points, and it's a 7-point game, so Newark just getting a little closer. Carmichael still on the bench with those 4 fouls. And with 6:45 to go, we might have a ball game.
Yeah, Newark's they've been hanging around this entire game. They've been playing pretty solid defense, not letting Wayne get up too much. And what we've seen that's been different this half, one, the shooters have started knocking down some threes, but we've also seen Newark get to the basket and draw a lot of fouls, giving them an opportunity to go to the free throw line and get some points that way.
I guess, Tony, the thing that's most impressive about this game is you got Wayne, 2-time A2 sectional champion. You're in their gym. You're down 16 points. Easy to fold it up and call it a night, but the Reds fighting back. They got the lead down to 7. And we'll see if they can get a stop here as Blankenberg gets it to LaRocco. And now it's back to Blankenberg. Tries a three. No good. And a rebounded by Vandemortel, looking to push it up ahead to Peters. Peters lays it up and in. 5-point ball game.
Great transition basket by Peters. A tough finish.
And now Billy Thompson to Helgado. Helgado's really been the only guy with a high hand for the Wayne Eagles tonight offensively. As Burley finds Blankenberg. Thompson to Helgado. Helgado step back to Thompson now. Drives the lane. Tries to leave it off for Blankenberg. Instead it's turned over to Gavin Buck. And Halgado, great hustling play. LaRocco to Burley. Burley finally comes up with it. Here comes Blankenberg straight to the basket, and we got a foul on the ground. And boy.
A little bit of a scramble there, some frantic back and forth.
Yeah, pretty big mistake there by Gavin Buck turning that one over. That was just what Newark needed. Gavin Buck got a little ahead of himself, the junior guard, and had it knocked away from behind. Just having possession good enough there.
Yeah, heady defensive play there by Blankenberg, knocking that ball away from behind, creating the turnover and get a turnaround going back the other way.
And now a 3-ball from Halgado, no good, and out of bounds to Newark. Hey, Connie's Diner has the ambiance you'll only find in a true diner. Check out their menu at connieswaterloo.com. And the most modern theater in the Finger Lakes. Peters lets a 3-ball go. That one short. Had to cut short my live read there for the Omen Theater for that Peters 3. Here comes Billy Thompson, finds Blankenberg, and it's out of bounds. It'll stay with Wayne as Josh Green checks into the game for Bernardi. As I was saying, the most modern theater in the Finger Lakes is also the oldest in America. See what's playing at the Omen Theater online at omentheater.com. Corner 3, way too hard, catches glass and no rim, and now it's Vandemortel with it. To Peters. Reds trail by 5, 5:06 to go. Bounce pass, foul line Augusto. High-low to Green, and Blankenberg got his hand in there. And another turnover for the Reds.
Blankenberg with a couple of key defensive plays in this quarter.
And Halgado finds Big Country Nick Carmichael, who finally converts. Playing with those 4 fouls, checking back into the game for the first time since about the 3-minute mark of the third period. Augusto now over the top to Peters to Gavin Buck, who lets it go in and out. And here comes Thompson. Carmichael for 3.
Oh.
Buttons!
Big Country sat down on the bench for a little while to think about his 4 fouls. Came back with his shot.
Yeah, hit one from the foul line and stepping out. Top of the key, and they'll lead back up to 10. So, he has to be careful playing with those 4 fouls, but certainly making an impact on his return to the ball game.
Yeah, I mean, the first half of the game, there was really a lid on the basket for Carmichael for any of those jump shots that he normally makes at a pretty good percentage, and even around the basket was struggling to finish. And so a couple of big baskets for Big Country.
Hey, we heard from Chris and Natali at halftime, the director of marketing for Marshall's Exteriors. They're your one-stop source for all your home's exterior needs. Also interiors, as we mentioned, some of the great work they do on basements. Check out their website at marshallexteriorsny.com. And Red's Place is serving great lunches daily in downtown Seneca Falls, and every Wednesday night is 60-cent wing night. Should also mention Jimmer's Auto on Fall Street in Seneca Falls, offering a full inventory of late model cars, trucks, and minivans. Check out their full inventory online at jimmersauto.com. And Tony, the Reds got the lead down to 6. It's back to 10. 4:20 to go. Big possession. What do you do if you're Coach Couperis here?
Well, I think that you try and work the ball around to your shooters and either get Vandemortel going to the basket, or hopefully you spring Jaden Peters with an open look from the outside.
And it's Augusto back up top to Martinez. And there is Peters with the basketball, guarded closely by Billy Thompson. Kyle Martinez going to try a trifecta.
Oh, big shot by Kyle Martinez. Logan Blankenberg right in his mug. Good, really contesting that shot, and Martinez knocking it down.
So the lead back down to 7 here. Inside 4 minutes to play here in this late one, as we got a late start due to a double overtime JV game. As referee Ron Cooper has a foul. It's going to be Josh Green. That'll be Josh Green's second. Just the 4th team foul, though, for the Eagles. So they'll be inbounding. It's Billy Thompson underneath his own basket. Up top to Blankenberg. Over to Thompson. And Blankenberg finds Big Country Nick Carmichael on the block, and He can't convert, but he's fouled from behind. See who they get. They got Vandemortel, so that is Mason Vandemortel's third foul.
Yeah, Carmichael with a nice ball fake, able to draw the foul.
So Carmichael with some free throws coming, 2 of them to be exact. Really struggled this ball game from the field, starting to find his touch here in the fourth quarter after returning to the court after an extended break after picking up his 4th foul. And Carmichael misses a first. Also have another out-of-town score. The Lions girls beating Marion 53-48 as another miss by Carmichael. Another empty possession for Wayne. The Lady Lions hand Marion their first loss of the season as Vandemortel shuffled at his feet.
Yeah, Vandemortel trying to spin there in the lane, took the extra step.
I think when Newark looks back at this one, if they aren't able to come back and pull this one out, it's going to be the turnovers more than anything that are frustrating them.
Absolutely. They've turned the ball over a lot on the offensive end, but credit to them. They're showing up and certainly giving Wayne their best effort.
And so Helgado to Burley. Burley spins, finds Helgado into Carmichael. He spins, and he can't get it to go, but he gets his own rebound, and he's fouled again. So back to the free throw line where he just missed a couple. Just has 9 points on the evening, and the lead still 7 for the Reds, or for the Eagles. Carmichael spins it, lets it go, and finally gets one to go. And misses the second. So 1 for 4 from the free throw line for Carmichael. And the lead's up to 8. Plenty of time for the Reds, though. Just inside 3 minutes here at Wayne High School. Augusto baseline drive, reverse layup.
Boy, a pretty finish by Augusto there.
6-point lead. This is as close as they've been. Could use a stop here. Again in that 2-3 zone defense as Blankenberg drives baseline. Back up top to Helgado. He's been hot. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Martinez. Reds look to run. Martinez straight to the hole. Can't get it to go. Vandemortel puts it back up and in. 4-point lead for the Eagles.
And Coach Thompson's going to take a timeout to talk about it as the Newark Reds have brought themselves all the way back into it, and we got a ball game here with 2 minutes to go.
I mean, those Carmichael just 1 for 4 from the free throw line in the last 2 possessions for the Eagles. Yeah, the Eagles not able to put them away as we now have 2:19 to go and just a 2-possession ball game.
Yeah, and they've certainly had their opportunities. Missed free throws, struggling from the outside. Logan Helgado, who's been really, the one bright spot offensively for the Wayne Eagles so far, has cooled off a little bit, missed a couple of shots from the outside. And Newark Reds really just sticking with it, and working to getting the ball inside, and going to be an exciting finish.
Well, glad you could be with us tonight here on FingerLakes1.com. Join us on Thursday night as we head to the Alvaro Gymnasium in Romulus, where the South Seneca Lady Falcons take on the Romulus Lady Warriors in a rivalry game. That'll be Dave Barnick and Mike Alessio on the call for that one. But with 2:19 to go, the Reds come back with Augusto, Peters, Vandemortel, Martinez, and Green. For the Eagles, it's going to be Thompson, Helgado, Blankenberg, Burley, and Carmichael, starting 5 for both teams. Again, Carmichael playing with those 4 fouls. It'll be Wayne basketball with a fresh shot clock. And again, just a 4-point game. It's the closest Newark has been since early in the ball game. And it's Helgado almost turning it over as Peters almost anticipated that pass. Now Thompson with it to Blankenberg, corner to Helgado. Thompson now finds Burley, who drives baseline and can't finish. Vandemortel up for the rebound, tracks it down, and the Reds can pull to within one possession. Vandemortel rises, can't get the bank shot to go, and a big rebound by Blankenberg. So 1:43 to go. The Reds trail by 4. And to the hole goes Blankenberg, and we got a foul. Let's see who they get. If it's green, it's his third. And it's on Devin Augusto, just his first. So finally, the Wayne Eagles in the bonus. Both teams in the bonus here.
Blankenberg, when his team needed it, did a good job driving to that basket, drawing the foul.
And he knocks it down. That's what I mean. It seems like, he could do that, all night long and score 32 points. And
He's certainly, anytime he is driven to the basket and attempted to shoot, he's either drawn the foul or made the, or finished and made a layup.
And the lead back up to 6 now with 1:36 to go. Peters to Martinez, to Green, to Martinez, top of the key, 3-ball, good!
Boy, Martinez coming up big, the senior point guard.
A pair of fourth quarter trifectas for Martinez. The lead's down to 3 with 1:25 to go. And Tani, normally this is one we choose our Cicino's Pizzeria player of the game, but we usually give it to the winning team. We don't know yet. So I think, if it's going to be Wayne, I think you got to look at Logan Helgado, who's had a season-high 18
Absolutely.
points.
Probably bordering on a career night for Helgado.
And, for Newark, it's been Peters with 5 3-pointers. Vandemortel certainly had a big second half. And Martinez making a late bid with those 2 3-pointers in the fourth quarter.
Some clutch plays from Kyle Martinez.
So,
not normally a shooting point guard, looks to distribute the ball most often, but coming up big when his team needed it tonight.
So we're going to have to hold off on the official decision until we see what happens here. But a great comeback for the Reds. Again, they were down by as many as 16 points in this ball game. They now trail by 3. 55-52, really starting to open up some offense in the second half after only scoring 18 points in the first half.
And I wondered if we might see any, extended pressure, which we really haven't seen from either team. Both teams content to play defense in the half court. And just a one-possession game here.
And again, Newark in that zone defense.
Looks like they might have shifted to the 1-3-1 here on this possession.
Martinez at the top. 25 to shoot. 1:13 remaining in the ball game. Reds trail by 3. Shot clock down to 16. Here comes Blankenberg. And blocking foul. So it'll be more free throws for Logan Blankenberg. Coach Couperis can't believe it. And it's the second foul on Devin Augusto.
And that is difficult for the Newark Reds to counter. Blankenberg going hard to the basket. He has effectively drawn fouls all night with that play.
Yeah, I don't know. Tough to get a good look from our vantage point. Ron Cooper, veteran official, does a great job as Blankenberg. Free throw, good. So that is 4 free throws in the fourth quarter for Blankenberg, providing all of the Wayne scoring as of late, make it 5. And the lead back up to 5 with 1 minute remaining in the ball game. It's Vandemortel. Down low to Augusto. And Burley tagged with a foul. So it'll be Augusto to the free throw line now.
Yeah, nice job by Newark trying to get the quick chew there as Augusta looked to attack the basket on the reverse layup.
And that's 4 fouls on Jaden Burley. So the 2 big men for the Eagles now with 4 fouls as Augusto misses the first. And another, the Reds will lament the turnovers, but they've missed a lot of free throws too tonight.
They sure have, but, still just a 4-point game or 5-point game at this point. The Reds still right in it.
Oh, in and out. Couple of big misses. So Blankenberg makes a couple, Augusto misses a couple, and it's a 5-point game with 50 seconds to go. Shot clock at 26. And almost a steal. It is a turnover as Vandemortel looks like he might have got poked
gotten
in the
a thumb
eye.
in the eye or something like that.
But it will be Newark basketball with 42.1 remaining in the ball game. Let's see if Augusto's good or if Vandemortel's good to stay. He is. Kyle Martinez finds Peters. Peters picks up his dribble, gets it to Martinez, and another turnover.
Martinez trying to force the ball in to Vandemortel.
And now they're going to have to foul with 25 seconds to go. Shot clock's off and a 5-point ball game, and you'd expect this veteran Wayne Eagle team to be able to close this one out up 5 as several fans now heading for the exits after 9:30.
Coach are starting to be put on.
And so Billy Thompson, free throw, good. Yeah, guys like Blankenberg and Thompson at the free throw line be closing out games. Tough to beat with a lead, but the Reds did give it a run. Still a 2-possession game now, 58-52 as we have a timeout on the court. Again, we'll be back Thursday, 7:30. South Seneca Romulus girls, Dandy Dave Barnick, Michael Alessio. Join me for the Upstate Hoops podcast on Sunday morning, and then Tuesday it'll be Gananda at Lions, and Lions, of course, one of the most exciting teams to watch, led by Justice Smith, Gananda, Andrew Gabbard, and Jaden Castrocini. Give it a run. There's not many teams in Wayne County that can beat Lions this year. Gananda's one of them. Be a tough task at the Atwood.
Tough place to play for other teams, though. The Atwood is a heck of a place to have a ball game, so it should be a good one.
It is. It's compared to a gym like this, it's about a quarter of the size. So if this many people in the Atwood, they'd have to close the doors. But it's starting to clear out here. Again, this game got a late start due to a double overtime JV game that was won by the Wayne Eagle JV team. We're well past 9:30 here in Ontario as Billy Thompson set now to try to make it a 3-possession game and extend that lead to 7 with 25 seconds to go. As Thompson shoots and delivers. And so I think with 24 seconds to go, it's safe to say that Logan Helgado can be our Cicino's Pizzeria player of the game. Reds need a shot. Burning too much clock. Peter's got to let it go. Somebody's got to let it go. Vandemortel lets it go and hits!
Deep 3 by Vandemortel.
So 4-point game with 11.5 seconds to go. Not over quite yet, but all things considered, Logan Helgado, our Cicino's Pizzeria player of the game.
Yeah, Logan with a great game. Did a nice job knocking down the long ball. A lot of hustle plays, some good putbacks, some nice assists. Strong performance by the senior Holgado.
18 points on the night in the first 3 quarters. Hasn't scored here in the fourth. 4 3-pointers on the night. And assuming that Wayne holds on to this lead, Logan will be with us for the Little John Ortho Smiles with Styles postgame show. Probably be a quick version here so we can get back home.
It is late.
We got to drive all the way to Seneca Falls.
Yeah, about, what is that, about 40 minutes for you, 45?
53 according to Google, 53 minutes.
It's only 41 to Bristol according to Google for me, so not quite as far.
I want to thank Wayne AD Tony Corsoni for the great accommodations here. Always love coming to the Eagles Nest. we'll be back again at some point before the regular season's out, I'm sure, as we got a quick foul on Josh Green, and it'll be more free throws from Billy Thompson. So quick foul, just about half a second came off the clock. 10.6 remains, 4-point lead for the Eagles. And so even with 2 free throws, it's a 2-possession game, but with just 10.6, it's going to be tough. Although
stranger things have happened,
yep.
but.
So Thompson made his last 2, make it 3 in a row.
Exactly what you'd expect from the senior Thompson, going to the line and calmly knocking down his free throws when he needs to.
And he does it again, and we got a timeout on the floor. It's a 6-point game, so Newark needs a quick 3, maybe a steal and another 3. Hey, that JV game, we saw it happen twice.
It was unbelievable JV game. As the Wayne junior varsity team able to come away with a victory.
And it looks like the varsity will make it 2 here if they can hold on here with 10.6 left to go. Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant celebrating 22 years in the Finger Lakes with locations in Waterloo, Geneva, and Del Lago Resort. Order online at Cicinos.com. You can order on your phone as well if you point your mobile browser to Cicinos.com. And again, our Cicino's Pizzeria player of the game is Logan Helgado. We'll be talking to him on the post-game show. They got their own DJ here at Wayne High School. It does a great job.
Yeah, it's nice that, you know, at a high school venue like this to have some music and, you know, good public address announcing. It certainly adds to the atmosphere.
And they get it in, and they turn it over, and that should do it as Thompson dribbles out the clock. And the Wayne Eagles improve to 8-2 on the season, 5-0 in the Finger Lakes East. Newark falls to 8-2, 4-2 in the league, and the Eagles tighten their claw on first place in the Finger Lakes East. So we're going to step aside. When we come back, it's a Little John Orthodontics postgame show.
This live presentation
here
of
on
Wayne Finger Lakes High School basketball on FingerLakes1.com is brought to you thanks to the support of Generations Bank, Bill Cram Chevrolet, Little John Orthodontics, Marshall Exteriors, It's a Wonderful Run 5K, Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant, Finger Lakes Partners Insurance, Brad Van Dusen Photography, Penny's Place Family Restaurant, Stever's Garage, The Omen Theater, Red's Place, Wilson Press, Connie's Diner, the Newark Pilots and Geneva Red Wings, the Downtown Deli, and FingerLakes1.com digital marketing.
It's Big Truckin' Deals here at Bill Cram Chevrolet. Check out this cram-tastic inventory for big truckin' deals. Whatever truck you're looking for, we've got the inventory. Trucks for towing, trucks for family, trucks for work, and trucks for fun. Whatever you're into, we've got a big truckin' deal waiting for you. All roads lead to Bill Cram Chevrolet, Waterloo Exit 41, Highway 5 and 20 in Seneca Falls. See all our trucking deals at BillCramChevrolet.com.
The newest way to save money is also the easiest way to save money. With the new My Gen Perks mobile app from Generations Bank, you get access to thousands of local and national discounts on shopping, dining, travel, and so much more. The savings don't stop there. Generations Bank's Go Premium and Go Preferred checking accounts also include cell phone protection, roadside assistance, and 24/7 Tri-Bureau credit monitoring. Saving money is for everyone. Stop by any Generations office or visit mygenbank.com to open your account today. Member FDIC. Dr. Littlejohn, Dr. Barbie, and their outstanding orthodontic team share a common goal: to ensure the overall wellness of each of their patients through their exceptional orthodontic care. Dr. Rod Littlejohn and Dr. Liz Barbie are proud to support our area high school athletes.
All right.
take this one.
Okay.
Take this one. I'll just jump out.
Slide over this way a little bit.
All right.
And welcome back inside Wayne High School, where once again your final score, the Wayne Eagles 61, the Newark Reds 55. Wayne solidifying their hold on first place in the Finger Lakes East. They're now a full game ahead of, actually that would be 2 games ahead of the Newark Reds and a full game ahead of the Geneva Panthers. So Jim Sinicropi here in the booth for the Little John Ortho post-game show with our player of the game, Logan Helgato. And, Logan, congratulations. You were hot tonight.
Thank you.
4 3-pointers, 18 points, career high.
Yeah, that's a career high. It was a lot of fun.
And I did notice that, the usual suspects like Carmichael having a little trouble scoring inside. Logan not shooting much early, Blankenberg that is, but you weren't shy with 10 first half points and then another 8 in the third quarter.
Yeah. The thing with Logan and Nick, even though maybe they're not producing so much offensively, with Nick, he's so consistent defensively. He really helped us on the defensive end. They didn't really have an answer for him on the defensive end. And then with Logan Blankenberg, even though he's maybe not taking as many shots or many aren't falling for him, he's still driving and kicking, stuff like that, so creating for us. So
now, were you on the team? Were you on that sectional championship team 2 years ago?
Yeah.
So you've been on both, and now this will be. You guys are going for 3.
Yeah.
A lot of attention. Logan Blankenberg obviously gets a lot of attention as an all-Greater Rochester player.
Yep.
Billy Thompson going to play lacrosse at Lemoyne. Coach's son, point guard, and of course Nick Carmichael, big guy in the middle.
Yep.
Sometimes you think guys overlook you.
I don't know if people necessarily overlook me. I think that Nick, Logan, and Billy get the attention that they deserve. I don't know if people necessarily overlook me. I don't really look into that. I just try to go out there and play basketball, be a good teammate.
Yeah, well, absolutely you do, and a key component to a team that's trying to win 3 sectional titles in Class A2. And speaking of Class A2, North Star Christian's in there this year. You guys lost the leadership already. I know that you guys got off to a slow start, came back. Really, really tough. It's tough every year, but do you think it's a little tougher this year even?
Yeah, like you said, it's tough every year, and three-peat, and we got that big X on our back. But I think we're just taking it one game at a time. We know that it'll be tougher come sectional time, but we're really working on our defense especially to be really good going into sectionals. And if our defense is the way it was tonight in the first half especially, then I think we're going to be all right.
Yeah, that matchup zones that Coach Thompson have you playing is really tough. You held Newark to 18 points in the first half. Surprising playing Newark played a zone against you. That's something new for them, huh?
Yeah, they're historically a man team, but they're throwing man at us.
Now you have some Newark ties, right?
Yeah, my dad was a Newark grad. Jaden Burley's dad is also a Newark grad, so we got a little bit. But they're historically a man team, and when they when our dads went to Newark, they had a really good. They went to states a couple times, right? So, yeah.
Yeah, so it's got to be mixed emotions a little bit, I guess. But of course, they're rooting for you guys.
Yeah.
And a great win tonight. We came into this game thinking, okay, either Wayne's going to really make a statement as the team to clearly beat. We knew you were the team to beat, but you were really going to get a firm grasp on that first place, or Newark was going to win, and which would open things wide.
Yeah, it would have, because they only had 1 league loss, right? Waterloo. So
yeah, and then you guys would have 1 league loss, Geneva as well. So it was a really big win, and you could tell it was a big game. By
it was a lot
of
fun out here with all the crowd getting loud and stuff like that. Yeah, these close games can be fun sometimes.
Well, with those 18 points, you win a large cheese pizza from Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant.
Thank you.
So
Appreciate that.
There you go. It's not Geneva now is a real short drive from Newark. So next time you're down that way, you get yourself a free cheese pizza. Sure.
Thank you.
Well, hey Logan, congratulations.
Thank you.
Great win for you guys. Why don't you get in there with your team, and we'll see you down the road for sure.
Thank you. Thank you.
So Logan Helgato, our player of the game, with 18 points. Let me run through that scoring for you real quick. For the Wayne Eagles, Logan Helgato with 18. It was Logan Blankenberg with 16. Nick Carmichael finishes with 10, as does Billy Thompson and Max LaRocco with 2, Jaden Burley with 4. For the Newark Reds, it was Jaden Peters with 18 on 5 3-pointers, Mason Vandemortel with 15, Kyle Martinez and Josh Green with 8 apiece, Devin Augusto with 4, and Nick Bernardi with 2. Once again, your final score 61-55. Wayne improves to 8-2 overall, 5-0 in the league. Newark falls to 8-2 overall, 4-2 in the league, snapping a 3-game winning streak. And at first it looked like it was going to be a sleeper, Tani, but boy, Newark really had a nice comeback, make a game of it. But in the end, you know, Wayne is who we thought they were. And,
absolutely. Yeah, but I mean, certainly a good showing by this Newark Reds team. Clearly a contender in the Finger Lakes. Obviously, Wayne able to separate a little bit, go up 2 games on Newark, just still a game up on Geneva, and certainly looking like it's going to be Wayne's, you know, league to win this season, as we might have expected. But Newark showed something tonight, and so it should be a heck of a game when Wayne has to travel over to Newark and play there in that.
And something tells me we might be there for that one as well. So always nice working with your partner for the first time this year. It won't be the last, though. Won't be the last. So once again, your final score 61-55 for Tani Robinson, for Jeremy Hunt, and for our producer Jason Hunt. I'm Jim Sinicropi. Have a great evening. Thanks for watching high school basketball on FingerLakes1.com.